Hi there, and welcome to Japan again, where today I'm going to be checking out BAND-MAID, and I'm going to be checking out specifically Don't Let Me Down. I should point out, I know you guys have been putting in a lot of suggestions, and I apologise for the fact it's a lot to catch up with. I had no idea that BAND-MAID, for an artist who has such a small discography, let's be honest, it's not a huge discography. Probably a lot for the time they've been around, but it's still not vast. They've churned out a lot of material, which is amazing considering the quality, as I've said. I haven't heard anything by them that I've disliked. I've heard songs by them which I thought is passable. It's not something that I particularly would come back to, or something where I just thought, well, this is good, and certainly by any other band's standards would be very good. But with them, it's been anywhere from that to some songs by them have been absolutely amazing. As you know, I'm trying to cram in as many as I can because I want to build up a list of my personal top 5 so we can have that as a big discussion topic at the end. And there are more videos coming as well. I'm going to be doing more stuff related to more in-depth opinions and thoughts on the band. But I'll tease some more of that later just so you guys can get excited. Whatever. Anyway, don't worry, I'm doing this YouTube thing, but, you know, I don't know, I just like putting out videos and talking a lot. Anyway, so I've got a lot of songs lined up, including I've got Order, Alone, Daydreaming, but I'm going to start with Don't Let Me Down because it just happens to be the one which is where the file is nearest to where my mouse is sitting at the moment. That's the kind of effort I put into this. No editing, just no, I don't even move my finger too far. So this is Don't Let Me Down by BAND-MAID. I'm looking forward to hearing this. And volume up. Go. Oh no. Oh yeah. Starts with a riff, that's normal. This leans towards punk more than normal. As usual, a good pre-chorus, nice and atmospheric. Can the chorus deliver? Yeah, that's a pretty damn good chorus. Maybe not their best, but it's certainly up there. We've had so many videos recently which has been women in outfits running through Tokyo. This is the third one in a very short space of time. Loving this pre-chorus still. Still on that is the trope, I'm sorry. It's Nezu, isn't it? I'm really loving that. I love the visual element. Sort of cheesy, but really bright and cool. Cheesy and cool. You can do that. Yeah, this is a really punk bridge. Oh, I know all these places. She looks so happy about this. Oh, Akihabara, of course. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. 'Cause our love is gone away. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. 'Cause our love is gone away. Don't let me down. You know, I've only just clocked the chorus is just in English. It's not that I didn't understand what she was singing, it's just that it sounded so natural I didn't even think about it. But that might be why it's just one line recycled. Don't let me down. I won't, I promise. Running to Tokyo Tower. Alright, there's a lot of things to address, and I've done a few really rambling long videos recently, so I'm going to get straight in and try and address this all quickly. Alright, first of all is the song. I really like the fact that it was leaning towards punk more than normal. I mean, this kind of reminded me of something I've been thinking back in my head but haven't really spoken about much, which is that sometimes some of the BAND-MAID songs I perhaps don't favour so much are more of the slower rock ones. Because this, I mean, I know one of the ones I'm going to be reviewing soon is apparently a ballad, which I'm really looking forward to hearing because I want him doing something deliberately slow. But when you get some of those like stompings of slow rock songs, to me they can get a bit boring. I think it was the Non-Fiction Days I heard recently where it was, if that song had been played at twice the speed, I would have probably kind of enjoyed it. But I just like, it felt like there wasn't enough happening in it, and it just kind of became a bit of a long... I don't want to say a dirge, because I did actually enjoy it, but it just felt like it didn't have much life to it. So leaning towards punk is probably, like more punkier speed, is probably a good thing, especially with a song like this, where, like I say, the chorus was really catchy and really good, and it's definitely one of those choruses that are going to get stuck in my head, but I wouldn't say it was like something where it's amazingly good. It's a sort of song where that chorus is a very strong chorus, but arguably any band could have written it. It doesn't stand out as being, I mean, if you look at something like... Don't You Tell Me. That chorus is incredibly individual. The way that the melody goes through several phases, the whole rhythm of the drum in the background changes. It's something where it's, you know, they've really created something there which is totally, you know, totally irreplaceable. This is one of those choruses where it's a nice melody, but it's kind of the same thing. Don't let me down, don't let me down, ba 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 ba. That's it. That repeats. It's even the same words, which I understand, because if I was doing a song chorus in my second language, I don't think I'd want to overly maximise the amount of risk that I took of saying the wrong words by putting them in the chorus and maybe pronouncing something wrong. I don't know. But anyway, my point is that it's a very simple chorus. It's a very good chorus, but it's a very simple chorus. And you can see that one of two ways. Personally, I think it's a fantastic thing. I've got nothing against simple choruses. I would, however, argue that simple choruses tend to be the ones that have more trouble spanning the test of time. So I'd say if you put this song, Don't Let Me Down, alongside Don't You Tell Me, which one's more catchy? Hard to say. Which one will last the test of time longer? I would say Don't You Tell Me, because of the fact that the chorus has more of a uniqueness and it has more phases that it goes through. It develops more. So that's a small argument, though. Like I say, this is something where if any other band came out with that, I would be raving about. This is brilliant. This is catchy. I love this song. And so, you know, don't get me wrong that I think that's fantastic, but I am holding them up against the high bar that they have set. And I'm now, you know, I've got to be pushing 20 songs in with these guys. And, you know, they have put, and I've been listening to a lot of songs that have been recommended as well, so I've probably been listening to a lot of the A material first. Can't help but say that they have got a very high bar. So if any other band put this in front of me, I would be raving about it. For them, I think this is definitely one of their strongest songs, and this is going to be one I'm going to have to consider long and hard when I'm thinking about that top 5 list, because I really did enjoy this. And like I say, it appealed to. I mean, I grew up around a lot of sort of punk. The pop punk as well, but proper punk as well. Just a lot of sort of higher speed music when I grew up. That was a lot of what I listened to. I really like that sort of kinetic, energetic stuff. So for me, this personally has a lot of appeal to me as well. Although if I look at it objectively, like I say, I know it's probably not their best written song, but everything kind of worked. Again, it had a pre-chorus, was very dramatic, which appealed to a quality that they have as well, which a more punky band maybe wouldn't have managed to pull off. But it had the cool along bits. The solo was really nice. Like you guys know, I'm quite picky about solos. I'm not a big fan of guitar solos, but when they work, they work. In this one, it was nice, it was punchy, it was short, and it accented the mood, it added something to it. So this is one of those songs where, again, I think I might have rambled a bit, but my point is that this was a really enjoyable song that I know I will come back to. I know it will get caught in my head, but I don't know necessarily whether I'll be still holding this up as one of my favourites in a year's time. But I'm going to take a little bit of time before I come up with this top 5 list, because I want to listen to all these songs several times over. So maybe I will find this one tests better than I think. But I have some suspicions that this perhaps is one of those ones where after a while it probably gets a little bit grating hearing those same lines over and over again. Like I said, I'm really having to push here to find things that I can use to make comparative points, though, against other BAND-MAID songs, because that was a really good song. I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually looking forward after this. I'm looking forward to putting that back on again. And one of the reasons, as I should mention, is because the video. Now, the video had several points to it which I want to address, because the reason I want to jump into this is because BAND-MAID, as you guys know, as you probably know if you've watched a lot of my videos now, I like performance videos where the video's centered around the band. I don't like too much when they put a storyline in, because the storyline can be something where it makes the video harder to re-watch. It makes it a little bit more boring, whereas if it's just like the images of the band playing, it's kinetic, it's easy to get into. Now, that said, BAND-MAID's videos all kind of follow that format and usually are relatively samey. Like, some of them are very nicely directed, some not so well directed, but they all kind of merge into one. And like, if you talk about BAND-MAID, or have you seen the video for this, it's hard to think of many of their videos that particularly stand out as going, oh wow, that's a really amazing video. I know the videos are relatively to a side point, but I think it's nice when you've got a song you're putting forward to have a good video with it. And this to me was really distinct. I enjoyed it. It was very dramatic, over the top. Ironically, the thing of, oh god, I've forgotten her name. Is it, if I say it's Miku and it's not Miku, you guys are going to go crazy. Is it Miku, the rhythm guitarist, the founder of the band, I believe? Anyway, oh, my hat. Oh no, I popped my hat. Now I look like a sailor. It's weird. Like a weird tartan sailor. Anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, those bits of her running through the city, like I say, they were fun, and I enjoyed them because she looked like she was enjoying herself, so I liked them, and I've got nothing against them, but I do, however, say it did fit that trope, and I've had 3 songs that I've listened to recently that used that. One was the Sakura Gakuin song, which is like a large girl idol group thing, so, you know, it's kind of having them running through the city is fair enough, because they don't play instruments, there's not much else for them to do, and it was a fun way of translating the message of that. It was like a you can do it style song, and so it translated that well. But it was relatively without meaning, because they ran around this sort of route and then just ran back to where they were, and nothing seemed to have been achieved. The other one was a Bish song. I can't remember the name of the song, which is a shame, because I really enjoyed it. I should have gone and checked that, because I was talking about it again recently. And that had a girl running through the city, and that was more to express angst and frustration, sort of a bittersweet symphony but running style thing. And that was really good. That worked, because even though that, again, was appealing to tropes, she did run to somewhere, and there was an emotion being expressed. This one, I think, was probably the most pointless, in that I don't know what she was. I know the song's called Don't Let Me Down, I kind of get that idea, but it's not like she was running to help anyone. Even at the end, she's running to Tokyo Tower, but earlier in the running sequence, we'd seen her running, I think, away from Tokyo Tower, or very near to Tokyo Tower. It just, none of that seemed, I couldn't see what the point of that was. So it was fun, but it seemed a little bit bizarre. But the performance bits, I really loved how they did that, and I loved the visual thing of kind of making it look like it was part of like a sort of flat, like a stage performance, somewhere between a stage performance or a cheap flash animation, just kind of like layers and everything, but beautiful imagery at the same time. Little effects done the way it turned from day to night. That was nice, and I think it added a nice counter to a lot of BAND-MAID's videos, which is just, here's an interesting room, not really much more of effects than lens flare. Here's just an interesting room, play in that and we'll spin some cameras around you and cut it together in a really cool way. So I think this had a nice counter quality. I'm going to take a little guess. You guys can correct me, I do this sometimes, it doesn't really mean anything, just out of interest. I'm going to guess that was one of their earlier songs, because the rhythm guitarist, good. I'm really bad with names. You guys know this, but hopefully I've remembered one more. God, I'm going to feel so bad if that's wrong. You guys can shout me out in the comments really bad. If I remembered it right, though, I knew it all along. She was doing a little bit more vocal work on this, and that seems to be more present in the older songs. She doesn't seem to do much more than just echoing as a backing vocalist now. But that's just kind of the feeling I got from this. So maybe this is one of their older songs, but I liked it. I liked the energy, I liked the speed, I thought the video was interesting. I would like to see more like this. I'd like to see them doing more, like, really, you know, high-speed, fast music, because I think it complements their style, certainly stops anything. If they've got a song which is a bit more simple, it stops it getting stale. And yeah, I'd like to see videos more like this, just because whether it succeeds or fails, it's nice. Just, I mean, like I said, I like performance videos, but as a counter, you got to mix it up somehow. If it's all going to be performance videos, do something to make it more interesting. Because when it comes to the acted videos, like I say, you get stuff like Start Over, which was just bad. Oh, the acted stuff in Start Over, I was like, oh, what the hell is going on? And then the performance bit is like the director just went, all right, play the song, video, you're done. No direction, just you're done. I videoed you doing a practice. That video was awful. This video had energy, life, and even if the concept seemed a little bit strange, the risks paid off in that that's a much more memorable video. So whether the elements worked, the sum of the parts was greater. It was greater than the sum of its parts. Anyway, enough rambling. Another one. I've rambled for over 15 minutes again. Oh my god. So until next time, I've got a lot more BAND-MAID coming. I'm going to try and churn it out. I don't want to make it all BAND-MAID, just in case I scare off people who don't want to hear only BAND-MAID songs. But got a lot more coming up. So as always, stay tuned. You know where I am. And for now, ciao. Ciao. Finger in your lens.